am here today with Anthony Parker from Third Eye Vision, and today we are going to talk about polyamorous relationships. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Say hi to everybody.
What's up, everybody? I am glad to be here again. Um, really ready to
Okay,
talk
that's
about.
enough.
Okay.
So before we
Boy, when women get it in control.
I got a whole attitude today. But before we get off into it, before we start, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the like button. Leave comments, questions. Leave them in the comment section. I usually give you guys my Facebook, but I'd rather you guys start leaving me comments because in the comment section. We really enjoy our Facebook conversations. But I need for you guys to support me on YouTube and not just on Facebook. So, that being said, let's get it. Anthony,
What's up?
polyamorous relationships. So, for those of you who don't know what those are um, relationships. A person has a relationship with multiple people. They have a term for that. And I'm so slow on everything. I just found out that there was a term for that probably 5 months ago. I was like, oh, that's what you call that.
Hmm.
So, I was what got me interested in it is that I read a lot of books, a lot of romance novels,
Hmm.
and I just started getting into reverse harems. So the reverse harems are when usually if there's a harem, like a book of harems, a male usually has multiple wives or partners or whatever. The reverse harems are the women, and in the books that I read, the women are actually married to two or more men.
Hmm.
So I was reading these books, and the first one I read was had there was some kind of plague that swept through the earth, and it was like a post-apocalyptic book.
Hmm.
So the plague wiped away, I want to say like 80% of the women on the planet. So they had a rule that every woman had to marry 5 men to populate the earth. So this is the first book I read. And when I was reading, I was like, how does that even work? I
Hmm.
read that book more out of curiosity than like the fact that it was a romance novel. Okay. I was like, how do you even keep up with 5 different men with 5 different personalities? And furthermore, how do you have sex with 5 different men? This was a question. And I couldn't figure it out until I actually read the book. So anyway, and I'm not gonna like go into details about the book, but it ended up working out because it was different personalities, and even in the books where there were two, three, four, however many, I actually just recently read one where a female had 9 different husbands. Okay,
Wow.
but
That's
everybody had different personalities, and it worked for the females in these books. And of course, these are fantasies. Like this is not real life. So of course it worked for these females because she had somebody to cater to every need. Like she had somebody who was really good at computers, or somebody who could fix stuff, and somebody who can be a leader and things like that. So these were different personalities. It wasn't just all about sex. It was like these different guys, different personalities, and they all, because they all agreed on this, the relationship worked out.
hmm.
Now, that was the books, right? I I'm friends with a few people on Facebook, and I also read a lot of stuff from groups and stuff on Facebook and Instagram where people actually are with these relationships. They're cool with having multiple people in a relationship, actually living in a house. And you don't hear about that sort of thing with different religions, but it's becoming like a common thing with just regular everyday people. So
Hmm.
my question to you is, do you know anybody who does this? Is it something that you've ever been interested in? Like, what do you
Uh,
think about polyamorous relationships?
I would love to be in one point blank. When I was younger, I had visions and ideas and thoughts all the same of actually being in a relationship of this magnitude. I have no problem with it. I mean, but it's just that society has said it to where you're only supposed to marry one person and da da da. But I mean, if it all came down to it, I definitely would be a person who would like to participate in that. And it's not. And as I heard you speak on the person with 9 wives that has 9 different, they have 9 different personalities and do 9 different things. For me, and it may be for males, I don't think that would be the case in terms of why they would marry a person or be involved with someone who, for that particular reason. It'd probably be like for sex as far as guys, because most guys love sex and what have you. But women think men in different terms. I mean, although the sex may be good, they might make, because I've heard people who say, man, look, I wish I had me a man. I got me 2 men, one who knows how to cut the grass and that kind of stuff. They made jokes of it, but that's, I've been inclined to believe that that's basically how they actually feel, as opposed to me or men who just like multiple women for different sexual preferences, positions, and things like that. So hell,
like you said, we are hardwired to believe that we're only supposed to be with one person. We're supposed
right.
to be wholly committed to one person. And I'm one of those people. Like, I'm okay. So a lot of people, I heard somebody say that a lot of people don't agree with polyamorous relationships because of our insecurities. And that could play a large part as far as insecurity go, because if you have these, say for instance, if I have 2 men and we've agreed that both of y'all are mine, like both of you are my men.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is, I don't want you with anybody else but me. And I seriously had conversations about this. It's nothing that I want to do, but it's just something that we talked about. And I was talking to my sister about it, and she was like, well, that's not fair. And I'm like, if we're in a relationship, it's something that we have to agree on, because I don't like sharing. So both of y'all are mine, and I belong to y'all, but nobody else is gonna be involved. That's just like how I am. And I wouldn't be interested in another female. Like if I had a man and he wanted another female in a relationship, that's not anything that I would do. First of all, I'm not interested in females, but even if he had like just 2 different females and we didn't have to be involved with each other, just him, that's not going to work, because for some reason females always feel like they have to compete with each other, in my experience, and it usually doesn't end well. And this is probably why it's one of those things that's pretty much frowned upon, because it causes a lot of issues in the home and in a relationship. And then when you get children involved, then the children are like, okay, who is who? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
I understand.
why all of y'all in there? Who is who? You know what I mean? So I can see it being an issue, but I can also see it, if you have that type of personality, I can see it working out for you. It's illegal in our country to mix more than one person.
I feel, yeah, it is legal. I feel that they would work. A polyamorous relationship would work more so with older couples and what have you, because I just can't see people 19, 20. I mean, they do it, but there's also a lot of.
And see, I think that it would work out better for young couples, like young people, because honestly, if you think about it, like, I just can't see that being something long term. I can see it being something like, hey, let's do this for a little while. You know what I mean? But I can't see it being long term.
Well, like I'm saying, it'll. What I should have said, it'll work in a smoother situation if you like 25 on up, or maybe 30, because you're more mature in most cases and what have you, and you have the ability to think and outside the box, and not just being selfish, and just understanding situations. Because like if you're young, 18, 19, you want to try that, you got all kinds of situations you don't even understand. Well, this is what we're gonna do, and we're gonna be committed. Because your hormones are running wild, things of that nature. So I think if it does work, or if you want it to work, make sure you have a great understanding. You're like more mature to handle it and what have you. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that might be one of those college experiment things. You go to everybody go to college, everybody be like, oh, out of the house they start experimenting with stuff.
Right,
I
right.
think that might be one of those kind of things. I'm gonna tell you, it's fun to read about, like in my books, and it's like nice to have a little fantasy or whatever. But I don't think it's something that I would be interested in.
I,
Except, wait a minute. I don't know. I'm thinking about starting my own long distance relationship here. I'm thinking about starting a long distance relationship here. I'm gonna get a man in every city and just talk to everybody on the phone all the time.
now, now
Okay.
look at now look at and that may work for the simple fact that ain't too much, that they would want from you except for the phone sex. Or I don't want to go off into another tangent, but speaking of the polyamorous relationship, I think that you say that it may not work, but I really do think that it's to each his own, because I think every male fantasize about having more than one companion. I really do think so. I've talked to a lot of my friends, and they've definitely expressed that, and that's just a small number, but
The
on a
males
larger
that I
scale.
know that fantasize about it though, they were just on. It was just sex. I'm talking about relationships. There are people in relationships like this.
And that's what I was just, and that probably solidified my point that most guys who want to have multiple situations is all about sex in most cases. But yeah, in order to make it, in order to make it work, you have to think beyond the intercourse and things of that nature. So I mean, in short, I would definitely. That may be one of the things I want to do, or what do you call it, your bucket
That's on
list?
your bucket list. It's on your bucket list to be in a
Definitely,
polyamorous relationship. It is
definitely.
not on mine.
Well,
however,
yeah, you say that.
however,
You say that now.
however, if y'all want to be part of my long distance relationship heroes, y'all want to talk on the phone and say hi and check on me and see how I'm doing and send money. I'm joking, but leave me a comment if y'all want to be in my harem. I'm gonna put it together. I'm gonna put it together. I'm gonna have just telephone harem. This is my man in Atlanta. This is my man in Chicago. I ain't never met none of these men before, but these are mine.
And that is the way for her to start her polyamorous relationship, because at some point, right now, they may not want anything, but if they start sending money, they're gonna want to see you. They want to make this happen. So you just beware. Definitely, this was very entertaining.
Well, I'm like, like I said, it's always fun talking to you. And you guys, if you guys want to comment on this video, if you like this video, please share, share, share. Hit the like button and leave comments. I love for you guys to talk to me. I have like the most interesting conversations. So leave some comments and tell me how you feel about polyamorous relationships. And if you're in one, leave me a comment because I might want to talk to you on one of my shows. So get at me, all right?
And definitely,
Anything you want to say before we go?
no, I appreciate it. I definitely enjoyed this particular topic. I love some sex. But as I close, here's her telephone number. It's 555 5555. You definitely can get her there, definitely. And in this time, and in this time right now, while we lock down, y'all better hit her up though.
Because once we ain't locked down no more, I'm gonna be out of here.
Okay.
Can't cut me down. I got to go.
Mm-hmm.
But go and make sure you check out Anthony on Third Eye Vision. Go and look at. He interviews some really cool people. So go and check out his channel and like and subscribe and share. We like for people to like and subscribe and share. You guys are our biggest fans, and we love you to pieces.
Definitely.
So that being said, I said what I said, and I meant what I said,
Mm.
and I love you.
Mm.
We're out of here. I think.
Got